Shri Lima Onen Chang is a native of Noksen village, a social worker turned politician from the district of Tuensang, Nagaland. He is a person of integrity, humble, and a down-to-earth leader. He is well known for his contribution in many social welfare activities, especially in Tuensang district. Among several leadership experiences, here are some worth mentioning where he has rendered distinguished service. He was the General Secretary of Chang College Students' Union, one of the oldest colleges in Nagaland, from 1993 to 1994. He served the Confederation of Chang Students' Union both as the Vice President and President from 1994 till 1997. He was also the President of Tuensang District Students' Federation in 1999. It was under his able leadership that the Eastern Naga Students' Federation came into existence in the year 2001, where he was nominated as the chairman of the interim body. Having been appointed as the full-fledged president, he led the federation till 2006. Here are some excerpts of his success story. Eradication of unfair means during board exams. Starting from the early 90s, cheatings were rampantly practiced at Tuensang centers during the HSLC examination. It became an accepted way of life in the schools of the entire district. Under such circumstances, the Nagaland Board of School Education was compelled to serve several warning notices to the authority retrievers, commonly called local motia, for doing manual works such as loading, unloading of goods, transporting essential commodities, and doing all other labor works. Retrievers means bringing back the losing ground of our forefathers' honest and hard-working culture. Many Nagas shy away from working on the roads and don't look at the accessible opportunities, but rather rely on government jobs which they consider the only means of employment. But if outside people coming from thousands of kilometers away can work, earn, and support their families back in their home states, where is the question of starvation for people living in their own hometown? This made him to encourage the youngsters, particularly the school and college dropouts, who are dependent on the meager income of their parents. Through this noble initiative, many have worked out successfully to support themselves and their families. Today, some of these retrievers are seen having established their own shops, running mechanical workshops, heavy machine operators, and enrolled as a full-time laborer in the FCI Godown in Tuensang. Today, many youngsters are seen involved in this means of self-support and survival without any hesitation, but rather attracting friends to this commendable way of life. As a peace catalyst. Since the 1980s, there were misunderstandings between the Changs and Konyaks over land issue. Unlike today, these two brothers were living under an unpleasant weather of life for a certain period of time then. During the winter of 2004, when the tension between the two communities were picking up over the issue of holding Tobu Area Students' Union General Session cum sports meet at Tobu Town, 9 Konyak brothers from Tobu area were captured and kept as hostages by the Changs. Sensing the fate of these hostages, Lima Onen Chang called some of his ENSF colleagues and went up to Tobu on a peace mission. His sheer determination was to save the lives of these 9 Konyak brothers. His simple understanding was, he being a Chang and camping there at Tobu would definitely have made the Changs have second thoughts to touch on the lives of these hostages. After a day-long, heart-searching negotiation, the TASU leaders agreed to cancel the proposed session. All praise goes to the Almighty God and leaders of both the communities for their matured mind to compromise on the standoff, which might have contributed in sparing the life of these 9 brothers. Illusory Christian Society. Lima Onen Chang joined the Illusory Christian Society, ECS, a non-governmental organization based at Tuensang, as field worker in the early part of 1999. He was the lone field staff working besides the founding leader, Reverend Dr. Chingmak and Mrs. Putuli Chingmak then. During the initial stages of the organization, he had to walk on foot, covering the 9 project villages. His best companion would be jungle boots, rucksack, an umbrella, glucose powder, and a bottle of water. After serving ECS for 9 years and 4 months, he decided to join politics with a strong resolution and vision for the upliftment of his people and the land to better heights. Political career. After joining politics, he contested 2 state assembly elections from 51 Noksen assembly constituency without success due to various power factors. His supporters then were mainly from the downtrodden and marginalized sections of the society who have less voice in the decision-making process. However, he enjoys the blessing and support of these people. He wanted to see that one day these ignored people are empowered and their living conditions are changed. Shri Lima Onen Chang is a hard-working and far-sighted leader. In all his leadership and service with all the sections of society and communities that he served had been challenging and inspiring. This beautiful and heart-wrenching song titled For Our Land was presented by his supporters during one of his election campaigns.
Hãy subscribe cho kênh Ghiền Mì Gõ để không bỏ lỡ những video hấp dẫn.